we're doing now is we want to provide a better rounded and a fuller music programme. So I will tell you, that's what I want to tell you about today. But I want to start with a wee story. Back to when I was about 14 years old, I didn't play any musical instruments, never played bass or guitar or drums or anything like that. And my dad's been in bands all his life, so he was always playing in bands, and we used to go and hang out at his band practice sometimes. My brother, in fact my two brothers, play guitar and keys, and the drummer in my dad's band, his two sons play guitar and drums as well, so I was kind of the odd one out here actually playing instruments. But we'd go and hang out at the band practice, and one day when they all took a break, they went downstairs, and my two brothers and the guy's two sons, they went up and had a battle on the instruments, but they didn't have a bass player. So, being the obvious choice, my brother got my dad's bass and he just slung it on me, and he literally he was like, okay, play that note twice, play that 2 times, and play that 4 times. And that was the beginning of my musical career. And that was me playing in a band instantly, you know. So I never went to lessons, not until I was about 18 actually, when I studied at college. So that was me thrown straight into the band scenario, and we actually played, in about 2 months' time after that, we went and played a gig in a pub. I don't know how I did that at 14, but I did. And then we started playing gigs at school and around the town. And I learned as I went, so I learned how to participate in a band setting, and also the skills on my bass. I mean, as I went along, you know, my dad kind of showed me how to play a bit better. And so I learned to play music in a group setting and with different instruments. So, traditionally, and kind of definitely across the Western world, music lessons are like we do them just now. Like you guys will know that I do music lessons here, and it's a teacher and a student. Usually it's one-on-one, and a lot of the time it's the teacher kind of explains to the student, oh, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, and then the student has a go at it and plays it. And mainly what the student does is learns the skill on their instrument. They learn how to move the fingers in the right ways and create the sound. Which is a huge part of being a musician. Obviously you need to be able to play your instrument. But what we miss the interaction, like the communication skills that we learn through being in groups of musicians or being in bands. We miss out how do the drums and the guitars work together, or what's the bass player's job in order to support this instrument. And so we don't learn like how to musically interact. I would kind of say musically socialise, you know. So when we're doing this one-to-one, we miss out on that. So what we're going to do is, the new programme we're going to go for, it's got 3 parts. So we've got a lesson, which we do just now. So we've got that kind of model just now. And we've got a workshop, which is like a band practice. And then we've got the performance, or the gig, or whatever you want to call it, the concert. Can I get the next slide as well, David? So, lessons are going to become, so at the moment you guys come, I think most of you probably come for a 25-minute lesson, and that's once a week, on your own. Lessons will be 1-hour lessons per week, and there'll be small groups of instruments. So there'll be guitar groups, there'll be bass groups, there'll be drum groups, and when we take our next step, we can then also do piano and singing lessons as well, so we'll have the piano groups and the singing groups. Lessons will be 1 hour per week, keeping groups small so they can be interactive. The curriculum, I don't know if you guys saw on the back, we've got a new curriculum which has been developed with a guy who writes for the Yamaha School of Music. And this curriculum is specially written to support the model of group lessons that we're going for. So I know that the group lessons I've seen in the past can sometimes end up being the teacher giving like 5-minute mini lessons to each person, and if it's done in that way, I know people learn less, and it's slow, and it can be a bit disengaging. But this new model of group, which the curriculum is designed to support, is it's like an inclusive thing. It's trying to keep everyone engaged at the same time. A lot of it is built around like a call and response type model. So you're getting everyone to engage at the same level. And just like I was saying about when I started to learn bass, I'm doing it rather than learning and listening how it's, you explain it again and again, instead of just doing it straight away. So we're trying to remove the barriers of learning, less explaining and less kind of musical jargon, and just getting folk to play it. Because I think people learn much quicker when they do it, and then if it needs to be explained later, then they can. Yes, that's a curriculum group lesson, and each lesson we want it to be becomes a full musical experience. So within each lesson we have sections on creativity, on invention, musical skills, so instrument skills, group interaction, we have listening exercises, we have a little bit of reading, a little bit of theory, a little bit of writing music. So it's trying to each lesson in itself is trying to involve the whole musical experience. So that's the lesson. Lessons will be working towards, so a lot of the material in the lessons will be working towards our workshop, this is some of our guys, Finn's here, and these are some of the guys. We shot a video last week. Great fun, and we should have that by the end of September, I think. And these guys were our cast for the week. So band workshops, we come together with different instruments. So you might have, let's say, 2 or 3 guitarists. You might have a bass player, and you have a drummer. And when we get keys and singing, the band will become bigger. So this is where we interact with different instruments. These workshops will be, so we're going to do these once a month. So you have 1 lesson per week, which is an hour, and 1 band workshop per month, which will also be an hour. It's a great time to develop a lot more than just your music skills, kind of your personal development, relating to people, and especially when we get onto the gigs, developing things like your self-confidence and your kind of self-esteem and things like this. So each workshop, they all will use skills and materials that we've learned from our lessons, and we bring all that into the workshops. And then from the band workshops, we're basically putting together songs and working towards a performance of the gig. Now we will do 1 gig at the end of each term. We do everything from the McAvey Centre here. So from the studio downstairs, we'll do lessons and band. And then at the front of the building, there's a kind of little concert hall with a stage. So we can keep it all here. It's great to have a building that we can do that in. So 1 gig per term, and the workshops are working towards a gig. The gig it's a great time to celebrate how far you've come, what you've learned. It's a good time to show your friends how cool you are. For your parents to come and see how you've progressed. Wonderful time to kind of conquer your nerves. I've been playing gigs for probably 15 years, over 15 years now, and I still get nervous every time I'm on stage. But you learn how to use the nerves, So as a kid, when I was 14, first stepping on stage, absolutely terrified. Bit at a time, learned how to control those nerves and use them actually to enjoy it, turn into excitement. So this gives you, in fact, all 3 of these, it gives you a much more real life kind of experience. So as opposed to sitting learning your instrument, which is a great thing to do, and the kind of thing in my heart, I really want to help people to grow in their confidence. The performance thing is amazing for that. So I'm 100% sold on this, and I believe in it. I don't like to do things if I don't think they're going to be great. And I think it's going to be ace. So that is the vision for Mangy Music from here on. A few boring bits. I think most of you, or hope most of you, are all signed up for direct debit. If you're not, I will be chasing you after today. The programme, we start a month direct debit, start a month like you already do. For the full programme, for the 1 lesson per week, a 1 hour lesson per week, 1 hour band workshop per month, and 3 gigs within the year, it comes to £100, but because I like you all, we're going for an introductory offer of £90 per month. As you know, it comes at the start of the month, and
it's going to be amazing. The people who are at the very beginning of learning, guys maybe have never experienced their playing or are just in the first couple of months of beginning an instrument or something, and this whole kind of program is, I've got it so you can, as soon as, like an absolute beginner, you can play in a band straight away. So we've got material and we've got like skills to use, so you can straight away, it works straight away. This is kind of my whole desire or vision, that so often we have to become good before we're allowed to play with the good people or before we're allowed to perform. And I want to see absolute beginners and little children being able to be in bands and enjoy music. So I want to make it as accessible as possible. So even absolute beginners, we can get them playing in bands and it totally works. So I've got two things to say about that. First thing, yes, groups will change constantly. Probably maybe terminally. I mean, if a group is gelling well and they're progressing at the same speed, then I would love to keep them as the same group, to see those friendships growing. With these guys, just over 2 days, they didn't know each other, but at the end of the 2 days, it was like they were best pals. So I loved seeing that happen. So if possible, keeping the group the same if they're progressing at the same speed. If they're not, then yeah, people might. We can always move people to more suitable groups. It's important that it's a group that they will get on with, so probably similar ages. I want the relationships to be good in the group because that's part of the fun. But the ability as well, or speed of progression is important. So yes, it can change. The other thing is, in the new curriculum that we've got, a lot of the songs that we'll be learning, and even the exercises, there are different versions of them. So that we've got simple versions of, let's suppose we're learning to play a blues scale, for example. There's a simple version and one that's a bit more complex. So there is movement within that as well. Yes. The direct debit would come out every month, 12 months of the year, right? So I've got a full breakdown. If you want, I can send it to you. A full breakdown of how I came to the final price. And it's a spread of what we got 52 weeks in a year, 6 weeks with no lessons. So there would be 6 weeks off holidays. So this is one that's quite complicated. Let's suppose there's always 2 in summer, 2 in Christmas, and an October and Easter. That's the likelihood that me and my tutors will be taking. But then if people are off other times, the way the work is, we do like what would you call it, like a make-up class, a catch-up class. So let's suppose Louis and Nathan and Finn were off on whatever week it was of whatever month. We would off for 1 week. We would make sure that there was another class they could slot into to make up the lesson, and we'd do the best again to make it age appropriate, and it would have to be level appropriate. So in the instrument specific ones, we would have, I'm going to keep them to 3 or 4. I don't want big classes. As soon as we get big classes, we can lose the interaction. And for this style of group, I want to keep it small. So I would say no more than 4. It will start first week of September. These will be first group. I'm going to give everyone as a freebie. Other groups, so when you progress into your next stage, which might take you 1 year, it might take you, when you get to the bigger groups like 4 and 5, it'll probably take a couple of years to get to. But for the first 3, probably about a group per year. I think they're £12.